Hello.
Hi. That was quick to get working today.
Sorry?
Well, that was quick to get working today.
No, that was good. I've like gotten used to getting around my VPN now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the not the VPN, the ID thing.
Yeah.
With a VPN. I still don't know how to. I know I'm like mod permissions, and from the computer I can just invite myself to the stage,
Yeah.
but I still don't know how to do it on mobile.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're already live, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, hey. Well, I better not spoil that thing I was going to talk to you about.
Wow. What was the thing you were good at?
Wow, I can't believe we put a 20 output puzzle into the journal. Oh,
Wow.
did I say that out loud?
20 peppers.
Oh.
20 peppercorns, and it's just like, I don't know, every single 4-atom shape.
Can't believe I talked RPO into putting pears in the journal.
I see people are meowing in the chat. As is expected in
Howdy,
my chat.
everyone.
No. In this channel we say meowdy.
Alright, my late night tea of choice was green tea and lemon.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't
In an attempt to wake myself up.
Hopefully that doesn't keep you awake for too long.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. It's probably not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be a long stream. We are starting with grabs, as with the as is how the main stream went. In the meantime, waiting for people to join in. We will be starting at 4 grabs. 4 grabs is the number we're starting at. Because,
It would be insane if next week there was over 100 submitters to the overlap puzzle, and we're back here next week.
Tentatively, this is the last one. Actually, there's a 6 grab solved. Might as well look at that.
How would you rate this tourney?
What do you all think
Compared
of the
to past
tournament so
tourneys?
far? Minus week. Yeah, I'm just asking the chat. What would you think of the What do you think of the tournament so far, minus the last week? Because you can't comment on that one yet.
Yeah. What do you think of this 9-week tournament?
I guess you can comment on your opinion on having no computation and a overlap cost puzzle as week 10. Zorflex, what is your opinion on having no computation and overlap cost puzzle on week 10?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Best. I think it's a fine decision. Some might be surprised to hear me say this, but I enjoyed the lack of computation.
Wow, I am so surprised to hear that from Mr. Zorflex, known computation enjoyer.
Mr. Zorflex is actually short for Zorflex the Programmer. So, like, it's easy to think I would enjoy such a thing.
You're glad you all enjoyed the tournament. I was pretty much hands off when it comes to the puzzle design this time. Like, I suggested a few metrics, and I think that's it. I think Carms was my idea, and Yeah, I think that's it. This don't do shit. Hey, I do the appreciation streams at least. Hope y'all enjoyed the appreciation streams. It's the last one.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest thing for this tournament.
Mm. Name your yeah. I'm under the table. Name your favorite appreciation stream moment. People in the chat and Zorflex too, if you have a favorite appreciation stream moment.
I liked that one, Pivot of the Week.
Do you know how little that narrows things down? I
liked it when I saw that minus instruction.
Wow. Such good memories. I totally remember. I totally know which one you're referring to.
I liked seeing Little Timmy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I heard UVS Nirvana is out. I haven't played it. Probably do it eventually. I heard they have their own journal as well that you can submit to.
That seems pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Have you played it?
I wonder if... No, I haven't played it either. I wonder if our journal will run longer than theirs will.
How is theirs also weekly?
No idea.
Mm-hmm. I submitted, I think, 3 puzzles to the journal for the food week. I submitted 2 not foods and 1 food enhancer. Yeah. Wonder how they'll do. I have no idea yet. Zorfax knows.
Looking at food... I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I'm a Noah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, just that I am a Noah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Alright. I think we're good to begin. Is it 10? Oh yeah, I just crossed 10 p.m. Alright.
10 p.m. Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's 10 p.m. for me. It's midnight for you?
It just struck midnight for me.
Zorflex in from Tuesday. Coming in live from Tuesday.
I'm coming in live from... Yeah, Tuesday.
Alright, first off, we'll be starting in 65th place with Ghost Ship Supreme. 6 grabs. I think this is a new solution 1. But it sure has not many grabs at all. I guess it is like not dropping the product. Like Arm 3 is like handling it, so it's like doesn't have as many handoffs. But other than that, fairly simple.
Yeah, it just
Arms living in the
grabs
moment.
the fire, 2 halves of the fire output twice, and then
Yeah.
the Quicksilver, and then the lead. That's the 6 grabs.
You could probably reduce a grab if you like, have the D-bond be in the right position and lustrous syrup it.
Yeah, that would technically be a lustrous syrup.
Alright.
Not to be confused with wanding.
Next up we have N64th at 4 grabs, Iris. This is actually intended for the grabs metric. I think there is 3 arms that have grabs on them. Oh yeah, this does some syruping.
My favorite moment from the main stream yesterday was seeing the top solves be minus instruction enjoyers.
Right, you were there for the stream yesterday.
And then I fell asleep like right after the first metric, so I didn't see any of Area.
Area was also exciting. the person you expect to win probably the person you probably expected to win won.
Well, it was a much harder primary, so that put Shadow Cluster immediately in the ball game. So
yeah,
anything with a difficult area primary, he's always hard to beat.
But yeah, this has. We've seen a lot of 2-grab solution, but this one has too few extra grabs just to deal with the Quicksilver and the. I mean, this is like just. The assembly is 2 grabs, I think. Yeah, 1 grab for like half of the input for one input, another grab for the other input, and then there's a grab for the Quicksilver, and then there's a grab for the lead.
So compared to the last solve, instead of grabbing the fire input twice each time, it just grabs it once each time. I think it actually is syrup tacking it.
Sorta, kinda. Sort of breaking it as well. It's breaking it, syruping it, like, you know, you can see it at the end there. Over here. Like, it does a wrong bond, but then it syrups it back. Yeah, that is what I would call syruping. Yeah. Hookery says, that they thought this was min grabs for a day. Yeah, it turns out you can do some conditional bullshit. Alright, next up we have Falling Healer. Also 4 grabs, saying there's gotta be a better way. Oh, this one, a Hex Arm grab is still a singular grab.
It still only counts as 1.
And this solution is based on that concept. So it only has 1 grab for each input that way. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it still has to grab Quicksilver once and then grab lead once as well, though.
I've definitely seen that wheel arm pivot idea in a different puzzle before.
To like straight.
It was like a speed solve puzzle from back in the day. And it was like the best sum solve used that specifically. It's a good way to debond the airship fuel.
Yeah. That do be the airship fuel shape, I think. Or is airship fuel longer? I forgot. I don't.
Nah, rocket propellant is the long one.
Oh yeah, rocket propellant is the longer one. Yeah. Alright. Next up we have also at 4 grabs for 335 cost. Loco Rojo. Min grabs. It seems that there's a 4 pile up where a lot of people think 4 is the min, which is grabbing a Quicksilver, grabbing a lead, grabbing the input twice.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They're not knowers.
This even has the same instruction for arm 3 twice.
See, if you ask me what's the first thing that strikes me as different from this solve to the first place solve, I'd tell you first place used minus instructions.
First place was Albatross, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of the metric when you heard of it?
I was shocked you had to go through so many, or Kazian had to go through so many instructions like solves. I took one look at it and went, yeah, piston.
Single piston on a track.
Single piston conditional bullshit. Looks fun.
I guess just...
It was a very interesting metric.
I guess just a lot of people know about min instructions or low instruction solves, but by putting all your complexity in the track instead. So a lot of people just went for that.
Well, yeah, because if you try and do quote unquote homework before you try and look at the metric, then you go to the leaderboards and you see a bunch of instruction solves, and you're like, well, I suppose that's how you get min grabs. Of course, my brain went to conditional bullshit because obviously grab is the only instruction that is limited. You can have as many as you want of all the others. So
that's where my mind went to as well when Kazian first brought up the metric. I was like, interesting, I like it. That's a neat idea. And the cost secondary makes it so that the actual interesting stuff gets higher placements.
Reminds me of the period 3 shit from
the pack
Thermal
solves.
Fuse.
Oh, that too.
Oh, and the pack solves.
I was thinking the pack solves from week 5? Yeah, week 5. We have a lot of instruction. It feels like we have a lot more instructions likes in this tournament.
Yeah, or in the tournaments in general, there are just a lot of instructions likes emerging.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Next up we have in 61st, also at 4 grabs, but 285 costs, some username 6. I don't think we need to count the grabs, I think they're all identical. This one does extra bonds to complete the rest of the grab. But yeah, this one, I think
you know what's insane?
The only significantly different one was the only significantly different solve was the tri-arm one, but the other ones are kind of the same concept. But anyways, you're saying?
It's insane that we like have this pretty broad church now of instructions likes. We have grabs, we have period, we have free space instructions, we have TI, we have production instructions, and the most boring one is free space instructions.
You know, interestingly, I don't think we didn't have production instructions. I guess
unfortunately for Pentapig.
We had GI though. And Pentapig, did Pentapig do GI?
I think he did actually.
Let me look at Pentapig. On the spreadsheet. No, he did TI. Oh yeah, and then he did GI. But I think he did it like late, so he didn't like score as well as I would expect Pentapig to score on GI.
Oh, so he didn't. Okay, so he didn't.
He got 11. Yeah, he got 11. He doesn't have the unemployment buff like Rebix does anymore. He also did TI. And he got a pretty decent placement there. He got a Pentapig on TI is 9th. Yeah.
Which is good to see him back in the first place. He always has things to say every time I upload a 2019 tournament recap video. He gets so passionate about those. It's great to see.
It's like good memories for him.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up we have in 60th, also at 4 grabs, Guilty Bystander. I know Min is one, but I don't want to. Honestly, reasonable. Yeah, also a simple solve. It's interesting to see which arms to grab by for the assembly, though. This one grabs by the fire for the assembly. The previous solve, I think, it was grabbing by the lead for the assembly. But yeah, simple 4 grab solve. Kukri says that they like seeing the free space instructions with just a few extra track movements in there to make it easier. Yeah, it was interesting how many people went for that idea as well. And how well it ended up being. Alright. In 59th, we also have 4 grabs. Captain Idjit at 250 cost. How low in cost did well, I don't think it's gonna get much lower than this. How low in cost did the mainstream go with main grabs?
Isn't it like
245? It was cheaper than this. Holy shit.
That's insane. This is
Yeah.
like a diamond track solve.
Well, I mean, it's got like 3 dupes in it, so.
And a multi-bonder. Oh,
Yeah.
extravagant. Yeah, when you put it into context, that's actually, it's insane how cheap. I mean, Grab's got.
Yeah. Min Grabs was like, I believe, Min Glyphs and like 11 track.
Yeah, it was Minglyphs. I thought that was an interesting development.
I mean, glyphs are expensive.
Glyphs are expensive. Track
That
is somewhat less expensive.
Yeah. Track is less expensive for the amount of like information they can give and like extra freedom they can give you.
Yeah. Pistons are expensive, but they're also useful in this metric.
Crazy Bot saying the irony that yourself will probably get more screen time if you make the appreciation stream instead of the mainstream now. Was that not always the case? I mean, the amount of times where we were on the appreciation stream just staring at a single solution, yapping about something else.
Definitely during week 1, we were a bit like, we better get through these quick.
Oh yeah, because there was way more like appreciation solves than the mainstream had to go through. But like, most weeks since, we've kind of just sometimes just sit on a solve and yap, like we're kind of doing now. Oh yeah, with fewer eyeballs though. We have like, I don't know, how many viewers are there now?
9.
9. It's a short and chill stream.
I noticed the appreciation stream YouTube uploads get more views than the mainstream uploads.
They do.
On YouTube. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So it's actually kind of more eyeballs after the fact.
Yeah,
because it's associated with a channel with more subscribers.
I don't know if it's my subscribers that are actually watching it. Who knows?
Maybe at least a few.
I think the main difference is that I tend to post the videos in the Discord chat, while Kazuyan just throws them up, and they exist now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the main difference maker. Alright, next up we have in 58th, that also 4 grabs, but 240 costs for finally cheaper than first place. Ultra short pulse. The notes say, I am 90% sure that this is minimum grab instruction, so at this point all I can do is minimize cost. I think it'll be pretty hard to get less than this. I do have more subs, yeah, but like, I don't think most of my subs are there watching for the Opus Magnum stuff. Are they? I don't know. I don't think most of them who are there for the Opus Magnum stuff won't be there for like the actual mainstream itself.
My channel's pure Opus Magnum VODs, so whoever's subscribed to my channel knows what they're in for.
Uh-huh. I'm still subscribed to your channel, I believe. So like occasionally I just see the 2019 recaps pop up in my recommended.
Oh yeah, well, while we're talking about those, it's going to be a few weeks before I'm going to be able to record another episode, sadly, because RPO's on holiday.
I see. What holiday? Or just holiday?
Good question, I don't... a holiday.
A holiday? Mm-hmm.
He's going to visit Greenland.
Wow.
And then Iceland, in that order.
Sounds interesting.
Mm.
Iceland sounds like a fun place to be.
Actually, Iceland would be cool to visit.
Yeah, Iceland has a lot of cool scenery. Greenland is, well, despite its name, is mostly not green. Iceland has the cool volcanoes and stuff. Greenland has ice.
Iceland actually has cool mountains too.
Yeah, because that's included in the volcanoes part.
yeah, as part of the volcano definition.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, we have in 57th, we have Needles to Say at 4 grabs and 230 cost.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. The notes say, first time submitting, initially chose this as my entry point because one of the metrics seemed pretty straightforward to optimize. There's 4 required grabs to make a single molecule, so clearly lowest possible score is 4. Right? It only occurred to me earlier this evening that making a molecule over multiple cycles was possible, so I'm aiming for a comfy last place now. I mean, not last place, it's like pretty optimized for 4 grabs. And several people like ahead did 4 grabs. But yeah, we're starting
Welcome
to see
the tournament.
Welcome. No, Needles to Say was here last week, I believe.
Oh, didn't they just say first time submitter in the notes?
I might have just seen them in the submitter list and forgot.
Ah.
Yeah, because I checked the submitter list. Okay, welcome to the tournament. There's one more week. Well, if you feel like you missed out on the tournament,
Arpia's gonna get his Icelandic lava salt. That's also in Iceland.
But yeah, welcome to the tournament. But you know, since it's like almost, well, there's only 1 week left, less than 1 week left. If you feel like you've been missing out, there's we have the weeklies. I think in mid-July this year. I think that was our plan. Where it's sort of like the tournament, except it's less competitive. There's no overall score. You just like each week is an individual event where you get to compete for it and you get to participate in teams with other people. It's a fun time. Join us in the weeklies.
Actually, thinking about teaming up this year.
Yeah. Yeah. What about
I'm actually thinking about teaming up this year.
Oh yeah. Who would you team up with? RPO.
Great question. I don't know who I would team up with. RPO teams up with Mr. Puzzle every year.
Oh yeah, the Mr. RPOzo team.
Yeah, I feel like I would make the team worse by my presence. They've got the perfect balance already.
You know what you should get? You should get your rival.
What, team up with Revix?
That'll be insane.
I remember that 1 week where Revix and I jokingly called each other rivals, and then I dropped out of the tournament. Yeah. What a wise decision.
But yeah, if you're here listening to this, Zorflax is looking for a teammate for the weeklies. Although you have seen, and I mean, if we're going through with the a lot of the weeklies puzzles will be rejected journal puzzles idea, you're probably gonna know quite a few of the puzzles.
Oh, I'd be a shit teammate because I'd have to abstain from competing for a lot of the weeks.
I mean, we're trying to make it so that there's not as many of those, though. If we have novel ideas, we're mostly gonna use the I would like prefer to use the novel ideas first.
The idea is on our end, all the cool puzzles that got rejected for the journal is going to be like weekly's backlog for years to come, so you'll never run out of puzzles.
Well, I mean, we don't really reach deep into our backlog. We tend to like try to come up with new ideas every time. Because like oftentimes like we just look at the backlog or just like, nah, these puzzles take too much effort to beat into shape.
Teams, I believe, can be up to 3 people.
I don't think we've ever made any specific rules. Just like don't be too egregious with your teams, but like the largest team has been 3 people. I mean, the largest team has been everyone against a single person, but like.
Oh, that's a that's a special
designated
event. Yeah, it's a special event. I'm waiting for someone to do one of those again.
Shadow Cluster, if you're listening to this.
Or like if we can talk Pentapig into doing a production instructions versus the world.
But yeah, I want to see the Shadow Cluster versus the world.
Same. That sounds like a great weekly idea.
That would be honestly quite difficult. Time to hit Shadow Cluster up for that. All right, next up, 56. We have Thingy. We're still at 4 grabs. The notes say couldn't figure out how to do one arm. Oh, you do the 4 grabs with the multi-arm. Of course, you stupid idiot. Oh. Wait, there are no multi-arms in this solve. I guess that's their idea of thinking of how to do 4 grabs. With less cost. With only a single arm. I mean, not including the wheels, of course. I have to, in my mind, stop referring to them as Burlo and, like, just the wheels.
The wheels. The spinny boys.
Mm-hmm. There sure was a lot of spinning on the other stream. The wheels here. They're kind of just frozen.
They're just chilling out. They're not expending energy.
Mm-hmm.
They're just appreciating, like we are.
They're just chilling. 11 distance away because they're not gay. Alright. And in 55th, we have at 200 cost, a Grape Jelly Singularity. I don't think there's going to be many 3 cost solves. This is the 3 grab solves. 4 grab seems to be like the easy place to settle on before you realize that you can do it in 1 grab. I mean, there were several 2 grab solves on the mainstream still. But yeah, we're like slowly putting all of the effort into a single arm and reducing that arm's track count by a
I wonder
lot.
if we got any single arm 4F solves.
Single arm 4F solves? Well, we can. There's one more for grab solve.
Maybe my patience will reward me.
But yeah, the notes say unless there's some way I'm missing to access proliferation without the track, I'm just gonna be beaten on area because someone else found the right way to rotate this thing. I can't help it. Ugh. Ew. That is disgusting.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I mean, there's an easy solution to that, just... But, like, you know... That... Okay, I said it was an easy solution. I don't think that was true.
You have to, like, rotate the X into a nasty orientation on the other... No, you can't even rotate the X.
Yeah, no, you have to move this. There we go. There we go. I think? No.
This is shockingly difficult to place the output.
It is. You know what? I see your point, your Grape Jelly Singularity.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Alright. Next up we have DP101. Who has the Optimus saying that I don't need to read all her notes. Because she wrote a lot of notes.
The Grape Jelly Singularity was right. Beaten on area.
It was beaten on area. DP101 said, yeah, so they thought this was min. So, like, and tried to justify this was min, but said I could, you know, I didn't really need to read all of it. Because they forgot about Free Space iTech. She forgot about Free Space iTech. So this is kind of the same solve as the previous one, just with less area.
This one also starts with a minus instruction. Appreciated.
The things Zorfax truly cares about.
Hmm.
Alright. Moving on, we have our 3 grab solves. In 53rd
Three
place...
grab.
No, we have our 3 grab solve. In 53rd place, we have 3 grabs and 360 cost, Greenfield. Saying definitely
You're right,
not
3
win.
grabs.
Yeah, it feels like everybody who knew about, who thought about 3 grabs, knew something, knew better was possible. Like, just based off of the name here. Oh, this mostly combines the grabs of handling the Quicksilver with the lead in a very simple way of just having it be a Hexarm instead.
Yeah, okay, so it does 2 grabs. If it doesn't output, then it must be water that it will do the second grab on, and it will place it onto the Bonder, preparing for the fire.
Yeah, so that makes it 3 grabs.
Also, hey, you missed almost... You missed most of grabs, but we haven't done area yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's like 2 solves of grabs left. Next up, we have the Bookworm at 2 grabs and 875 cost. Oh boy, that is not a track loop. That is not a track loop.
Minus instructions.
The second grab was the second grab was grabbing the lead.
I can't believe we had a 3 instruction solve and a 3 grab solve and a 2 grab solve.
You know, this is a clever way to do it in 2 grabs.
Fair enough. World's longest reset. Holy shit.
In a way, this almost reminds me of the Mr. Puzzle tech. Just, you know, that arm can have as many instructions as it wants. It doesn't matter.
Also, that looks like a reset instruction because the Hexarm rotates after outputting.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, I would put it down a reset instruction instead of counting every single minus instruction I need to put down.
Alright, I admit it might be a little annoying to not use a reset instruction here.
Yeah.
I think I have to concede this one.
Alright, the notes say, yes, it's probably possible to have Pubis to get 1 grab. No, I would not be doing that. This is meant for me. I haven't done Free Space I before, which felt like this felt like it resembles quite a bit, so this was an interesting experience. Quite fun to figure out how this stuff works.
Also not, you know what? I wouldn't use a reset instruction because the Hexarm rotating annoys me too much.
True. No, you know what you should do? You should, I would I'd probably put down the reset instruction, put a marker here, and then, like, fill it with the minus instructions, except for 2 of those slots, and then move it all backwards if I wanted to.
That would probably, yeah, that would
so
save
I don't
me
have
having to count.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to count. Alright.
I used the reset instruction to kill the reset instruction.
Last but not least, we have, in 51st, Fran. I'll say, I know min grab instructions is 1, but Damn if it doesn't get exponentially harder to reason about how to do that with grab instruction. With each grab instruction I remove. Not sure I'll do better than this week. Well, this is the solve we're seeing, so...
Wait, so was 50th place a 1 grab solve?
No, there was definitely 2 grab solves.
Oh, okay. Oh, how many more 2 grab solves were there on mainstream?
2 grab solves went all the way up to 43rd.
Oh, okay, I do not remember that part of the stream then.
Maybe you didn't arrive early enough, perhaps?
Nah, I think I tuned in at like 40th place and was seeing the instruction
40th.
solve.
Yeah, so you didn't arrive early enough for it.
Yeah.
So we have seen 2 grab solves in the mainstream. If you like reduce your cost enough, you could have made it. I think the next solve is 375 cost, so that's a significant drop in terms of cost, though. And the cheapest 2 grab solve went to 220 cost. God damn. But yeah.
So 4 grabs, you can do it in 200. 2 grabs, you can do it in 220. And 1 grab, you can do it in 245, maybe lower.
That sounds insane. I'm pretty sure Callie Reese says combined with Mr. Puzzle Tech, it could probably be lower.
It sounds like, yeah, it sounds,
at the cost of top 2 extra track of suppressing with the Rivari, you can probably reduce more than 2 track on the 11 track loop.
Yeah, it sounds like the top solvers sounded pretty convinced you could get a 235.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's bananas.
But alright, time to go look at area. This is gonna be a fast stream today.
Wow, this is like doing old weeklies puzzles.
It kind of is. I mean, this is about the amount of solves we go through for the weeklies. Except, I don't know.
Yeah, it's also like it's also about like the amount of yapping that I'm used to doing.
Uh-huh.
Because back then I wouldn't get like I wouldn't have to hear anything about it at all. Everyone's like, oh yeah, cool. Zolflex is padding out the weeklies with his yapping. Nice. And then the tournament happened.
Yeah. But yeah. Will someone make a 9-track solve? Who knows?
I honestly wouldn't put it past Albatross or Calyresis to eventually make a 9-track solve.
Yeah, but I don't
maybe
know.
After week 10.
Yeah, because like Calyresis is a person whose final placement will matter if he participates in week 10 or not. I think Albatross is as well. Because
he's also a cost enjoyer.
Yeah, because Shino is a threat.
Out of nowhere. Yeah, suddenly that one time Sheena got 1.6 points in a metric. Yeah, doesn't count anymore.
Minus week 1 skip week. I would say Shino is definitely most improved this tournament.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. Alright. Next up, we have area. Oh, well.
It'd be interesting to look at Shino's placement after week 1 ended and compare it to Shino's final placement.
That would be interesting. Alright, we've seen this off. I'll move on then. In 68th place, skipping 69th.
No funny number.
Actually, what is 69th? It's the DP 101 solve. Oh no, I've seen that one. Alright. 68th. New Solution 3. It's a somewhat area conscious solve. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of these. They're just somewhat area. Yeah. Although not say not honestly
Yeah,
not sure if this is Let's say, honestly, not sure if this is optimized for grabs, but I tried doing area, and it might be alright. But yeah, I have like gone on length like explaining how I personally approach area, and because it seems like a lot of people when they like look at area, they just don't know how to approach it at all. They just think they just throw up their hands and like make a solve and try to reduce the area from there. But like that's not quite the approach when it comes to like basically any of the main metrics except for some.
Pretty much.
Yeah, some you can just make a solve and then start from there, but like for like all the other metrics, you do have to do a bit of planning beforehand. And when it comes to area, the first thing I would personally start with is I personally start with the last movement of my atom of my molecule from the last bond to the last output. Unless it's a D-bond puzzle, then it's the first movement from the input to the first D-bond. That's how I think of area first, and like every single like tile, like excuse me as fine, I'll do it on the new solution one. But like I take this, I put in like say, and my first idea would be put the bonder here, and then like I map out equilibrium, saying these are the spots that are necessary, and then I cover that with glyphs. So like I don't know, I can just decide I need a D-bond here, or a dupe here.
Me when I'm talking about my favorite metric.
Yeah. And let's see. And you know, and then I figure out that I can't put calcification in any of these slots, so I have to figure out elsewhere to put it. And then so the rest of them, what can they be? Well, maybe one of them can be the input. The other one can be, I don't know, Rivari. And then I start planning myself everything based around this. So maybe I figure I need to put my debonder like that instead. And like I work out some.
There's a perfect spot for the calcifier. It's in the middle of the hole.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be the perfect spot, but like that is the place to put it.
Oh, you put it. You gotta put it. You gotta.
No, but the problem is like this spot is like slightly more helpful. I don't know. These two spots are both pretty helpful.
Yeah, but that's for nerds. You want you aesthetically pleasing.
I could also do like this, perhaps. This could also work, and then I place my arms to find out the necessary positions for my arms.
I suppose you could put Critelli in that spot.
You could, but yeah. And then I start thinking about access, and then I can move around these things a bit. And after I
think about how much track you have to use.
Yeah, I think about access and how to reduce that and like try to make that access line up as much as possible, so I don't have to use as many arms. And then I think about if I can make, if I can have if I can, just every other movement.
There's a bit of access theory. There's not as much as there is in cost, but there is a bit of access theory in area insofar as you do have to figure out, what do I need access to? What do I want but not need access to? And what do I not care about having access to? Like a calcification glyph, or you only ever really need half access to duplication with a Van Berlo wheel involved. But there are some glyphs where, like, you need access to 2 of those 3 proliferation spots. Like, that's non-negotiable. So you need to factor that into your layouts more heavily than you do your calcification. Yeah. So that kind of takes precedence. And that also kind of can dictate how much track you use, because if there's an animismus glyph, you need track or a second piston.
Also, someone said make the wheels kiss. So I think just that. Actually, there's another way to make the wheels kiss, and it's the BS collision.
Ugh.
Oh, wrong way.
Oh.
I wonder if anybody's encountered this.
Oh.
The game is so homophobic. They don't allow the wheels to kiss like this. This says
That's just
atoms.
that's an ick.
They say atoms may not kiss.
No, they are just not like that.
Yeah.
I'm gatekeeping how they do it.
Oh, one moment.
What is this?
This is just stupid. Now, Kith. Alright, that's enough. That's enough bullshit for now. This is what we do when you have too much time on this stream. Alright. Back to the actual songs. Next up, we have in 67 Iris at 61 area. Yeah, this one looks a bit more. This one looks a lot more area conscious, but I assume it does a big swing somewhere and then ruins it all.
61 areas are quite a drop. 4 hexes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's the big swing. It's like so compact, all the way until the very end is fuck this.
It was like in the low 40s, like
Yeah.
it was a top solve for about 50 cycles.
Mm-hmm.
For those 50 cycles, it was a top 10 solve.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I had to use a lot more space. But yeah, this is why it's important to think about like the last swing, the last movement first, is because so you don't get into a situation where you like end up with like fuck, I can't like do the right things after you programmed out like 90% of your solution, and then you just give up and do this instead. But alright, 66, we have some username 6. With a 60 area solve. This one is, I was gonna say somewhat area conscious, and then it did a too wide pivot. Which is as much as a hex arm rotating in that position. 360 degrees.
Or 60 degrees.
Yeah, 60,
Since
yeah.
it's
Well,
a hex
yeah.
arm.
A single arm rotating in that position 360 degrees. Or a hex arm doing any rotation in that position at all. This do be a long product. It's got a lot of long, like, intermediaries, and that's, it's kind of difficult to try to handle those long intermediaries.
Why so chunky?
Why so long? Right, next up we have in 65th, Barb Sax. Schmol. You think this would have some impress suppression?
This solve?
Yeah. No,
It's looking
no,
very
it's not.
cramped around the input.
Yeah, but, you know, it doesn't end up doing any of it. Hook resist. Shouldn't biarms
$1
and
million
triarms be cheaper than hex arms?
There's an argument to be made that they should.
Yeah, I personally think that it doesn't make I don't know. It doesn't make much of a difference.
I'd make biarms and triarms. Like, I'd either make
Yeah.
them cheaper. I'd either bump them down to 25G, or I'd bump the hex arm up to 35G.
If I had to change it, I'd probably bump hex arms up. No, probably
Yeah, I
biarms
mean,
or
it feels
triarms
more like the
down,
hex arm's
actually.
overpowered.
Yeah, but like, you know, it made sense to me that they all cost the same because they're all just I don't know. They feel like they filled the same niche.
It always bugged me because it was like, but they have a different amount of grabbies.
Yeah.
But like, legitimately, hex arms are more useful than the other two overall, and
Yeah.
should probably be more expensive.
I mean, it does make sense that the
No,
biarm...
I would make the biarm and the triarm cost the same. They are
Yeah.
they are the same level of usefulness as each other.
But like, you know, when I'm doing a casual solve, more so, I tend to feel like a biarm or a hex arm is about as useful as a biarm or a triarm. Just like depends on my use case needed. If I'm
Maybe
optimizing,
I'm too some brain.
yeah, if I'm
because my
optimizing
casual
for a
solving-
metric, like for some, then yeah, hex arms are way too overpowered. But like, from a
like,
casual
my
perspective, they're
casual-
kind of identical.
My casual solve brain is the same brain as my sum optimizer brain. So for me, there is no scenario where I just plonk down a biarm because I'm too lazy to use a hex arm. I'll plonk down a hex arm because I'm too lazy to make the biarm work.
Yeah.
And it's more efficient every time anyway.
You plop down a hex arm first, and if it doesn't work, you change it to a biarm. Or once you have a hex arm working, you notice you can change it to a biarm or triarm, then change it to a biarm or triarm for aesthetics and readability reasons.
I'm just like a little too hex arm pelled to think about using the other ones first, unless it's like TI.
Yeah, I also just use hex. Oh yeah, for TI, they're kind of... It kind of makes sense that they're the same cost when I think about it for TI. Because they're just the same purpose, but for different cadences.
The biarm's arguably as useful as a hex arm. With the triarm maybe being ever so slightly less useful than the other two.
The triarm is just like... Triarm is just if you want to do something every 2 periods. Biarm is if you want to do something every 3 periods.
There's also like weird shit you can do with triarms, like during TI week 1 this year, I was specifically fucking around with triarms trying to get Nate instruction solve to work. Because you could grab the input, you could do a grab, pivot, drop, rotate with a triarm, but not a biarm or a hex arm. And that shit very nearly worked and would have gotten an 8i solve. I still think it's out there.
Yeah.
Because the solution space was really wide and confusing, but couldn't quite make it work.
Yeah. Alright. 64. No longer breathe in. The notes say, at 58 area, the notes say, I'm kind of surprised that the graph count is so low. I have no idea what the graph count is.
It's more than 4.
Yeah. It's clipping a lot of side hexes. Oh, I think this, why does Burlo move out of the way? Does Burlo need... Not Burlo, does Rivari need to move out of the way?
Oh, it's for a swing. It's for the final swing.
Ugh. Yeah, it does. Another reason why you should plan your last movement.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Yeah, because, you get to this point and you're like, ooh, I mean, I bet there's a way to not have to, do that.
Yeah, like if you pivot, you pivot over the debonder. Maybe there's like a different pivot point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was thinking of like, oh yeah, you gotta... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe if you moved it down the track like down right, and then grabbed one of the fire atoms and pivoted that. Maybe it would work. Oh, no way. I think that still puts it over the debonder. Never mind.
Oops.
We're going to try and tinker this. Okay. It needs to move directly horizontal, which it physically cannot do. No, wait. Yes, it... No, wait. That's not a good idea anyway.
No, this is not going to work because it's just going to end up in that position. No, but like, this is where it would be helpful if you like planned your last movement first, so you won't have to do a huge pivot with the largest intermediary, which is like part of why I feel like what was its name again? Snowflake amputation was the easier area puzzle, is because you get to think about it forwards.
The terrible tinkering twosome.
It is us, the terrible tinkering twosome.
I remember that one sum solve we got into like.
Hey, that wasn't
nearly
terrible.
got into
That
the
was
top
great.
20.
Yeah.
That actually, I think, might have been my favorite appreciation stream moment.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. I would agree. But yeah, like, this is why I think, despite also being a large molecule, this is why I think the snowflake amputation was the easier area puzzle for a lot of people. It's because they could think about it forwards instead of backwards. Like most assembly area puzzles.
Oh, that helped me out a ton.
Yeah.
That was probably a not insignificant factor in why I won, ultimately. Because that's like, forward first thinking is kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, next up in 63rd, we have IBP. This one looks significantly like some of the top 10 solves. Other than the fact that it's using way too much more pivot space.
Oh.
Which could definitely be avoided.
I know you're looking at this and you're once again thinking you should have thought about your last move first.
No, not this one. This one is, because this one, the bonder is in the right position for that last move. But I guess it's not doing the right last bond. Well, like, yeah. So I guess it's just like more to it than just putting the bonder in the right position, because you have to think about what the last bond is and where your positions, like your intermediary positions, are supposed to be as well. It's just a lot of planning in your head you have to do first.
Oh yeah, getting the right layout is not the entire challenge. At the top level, it is very important to get the right layout, but
I'm pretty sure this layout can like work without clipping these 6 hexes. So this layout could probably easily be a -6. Yeah, for sure. Not gonna figure it out because like there has been very similar solves to this, where it's just like a single arm here. I think it was Spiritual Shampoo solve, which is minus this arm is in a better position probably, but like somewhat similar to this.
Spiritual cluster.
Yeah, spiritual cluster. Yeah, so this layout can definitely be just not clip those 6 area, and that would bring it to 50. Which I guess hasn't made the mainstream yet, but yeah. But yeah, the notes say quick area solve, since the other metric took a lot out of me. Next up we have in 62nd, Ilko at 55 area. Initial.
Damn, Grab's got hand.
Grab's got hand. This one's also doing a lot of just large pivots in empty space. You kind of like want to try to figure out like as much of your well, if you're doing a large swing, you want to try to do it in the existing used area as much as possible, instead of just doing a real like huge swing that just takes up a lot more area.
It's actually quite amusing to see area make you so opinionated in the same way that I get mad opinionated about some souls.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's just like general ideas to keep
Yeah,
in
no.
mind. Because like, in some we
you
say
think about all the time.
in some we say
metric.
reuse arms. In an area we say reuse area. Reuse your hexes. Like, there's not a lot of reuse of hexes in this solve. Of course, reusing hexes is a lot harder to think about than reusing area, though.
Like you looked at that pivot the way I look at a piston in some.
Uh-huh.
Still can't fucking believe second place. Some used a piston.
But yeah, it's like the beginner's biggest weakness, and even some like non-beginners as well, is like planning your solve ahead of yourself. Being able to like plan your solve,
that's a lesson I've
plan out your solve.
definitely, because I like to think forward first whenever I can, but for area you really cannot just do that and get away with it.
Yeah. For cycles, you also have to do a lot of planning first, but like once you do the planning, you can sort of wing it forward first. But area, you absolutely
cycles,
just can't.
I think, is the metric that takes the most pre-planning.
Yeah, you do a lot of I mean, like to do it really good, you do a lot of pre-planning, and like anytime I do pre-planning, I get a what should have been first place solve. Looking at you, what was the name of it again? The original name for it? I can only think of Cultivation Tonic now. I forgot what it was originally called. Tonic of...
Hydration?
No, Tonic Hydration is another journal puzzle.
No, not hydration. Huh. It's not coming to me.
Just
cycles you have to plan from both. Cycles, every time I've pre-planned a cycles solve, which is not very often, but when I do, I spreadsheet that shit and I plan every single cycle.
Like every single last cycle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I will pre-plan it.
I mean, if we look at the, we got time. Hydroponic solution.
Hydroponic. I knew it was hydro something.
Yeah, I knew it was hydro something as well. But I have to look up cultivation tonic on the journal page, on the leaderboard, where it cycles.
Well, I remember that's what I did for rust removal. Because it, like, min was 11 cycles, and because it was only 11 cycles, it was actually surprisingly not that difficult to plan every single last one of those 11 cycles out.
Mm-hmm. They even named it BIST method.
BIST method. Oh, you hate to say it. That's right.
Yeah, no, like...
You did it, and then, like, Grimmy did it slightly better, and that was the winning solve.
No, Grimmy didn't even use this method, but like this swing you're about to see is that's what I pre-planned out on another unnamed custom puzzle, and just figuring out this singular rotation that snaps everything into place in one cycle is what got me second place and should have been first place. So you know, planning is OP.
It is a pretty sick swing.
So clean, yeah. I had to test if it like worked first to like, you know, get everything into the right spot. Because I was thinking about the
Best
last input and like the lowest latency I can achieve, which is debond, bond, and then out. Yeah, I was thinking of low latency, and that's the geometry I thought of to do that. And apparently, I was the only one to think of that. So,
You know, it's a good idea when it gets named after you, like the Mr. Puzzle Holt.
yeah, best method. Oh, those are other puzzles. Those are some of my journal submissions.
Ooh,
Yeah.
spoilers.
Next up, we have Stack Babber in 61st. Area again. What do you mean again? Last time was week 1.
It was like a million years ago when we last saw an area puzzle.
Shadow Cluster has been thirsting for one for the entire tournament.
He has been. He's yearned.
He's yearned for the area puzzle. It's finally here. He can finally flex. Yes, and that's not my best work. Area's hard. Sure do be.
You reckon area mains are like the cave divers of Opus Magnum? Because they're always trying to fit into the smallest possible spaces. Mm.
I feel like area more than other metrics, you have to think about like the theoretical possible movements of things more so than the other metrics.
So in my head, I've got some mains as engineers. I've got area mains as cave divers.
Cost mains?
Great question.
Yeah, and also Psychos mains.
Cost mains are like dumpster divers or like penny pinchers who like don't spend money on anything ever.
Yeah. Anyways, I am here to complain about last movement again.
I'm once again asking you to think about your last move first.
So imagine just like I'm not sure if this layout will work, but like just imagine this shit instead. And because of access, this like that's 48 area. It's 4 less, and I think this would probably work. I'd have to test it to know for sure, but like, yeah. The doubles, the original solve just does a double slide over a whole lot of nothing. For a seemingly no reason, it feels. I guess other than to access that lead over there. But like when I look at this double slide and like I think I could just access the bottom hex of proliferation like this, and it's like I don't need to have all of these excess double slide movement. Yeah.
This stream turned from an appreciation stream into a fix your damn area solve stream.
Nah, I mean it's sort of like just tips and tricks, you know. That's kind of what the appreciation streams have come to. Tinkering.
Tinkering streams.
Alright, next up we have at 60th. Iggy Pop 6.
Shitpost stream where I go 52. Through... I'm imagining a shitpost stream where we go through solves and we try and tinker every single last one of them, just in case.
Oh, this one does the thing, or is there's empty instructions in there? Because They can be.
Okay, get some pretty sick input suppression here.
Mm-hmm.
Very suppressible input.
Yeah. I don't know if it's quite using the suppression as effectively, though.
Could always be better. Am I right?
Because, like, when I think of suppression, I think of, wow, that's more space to do my big-ass swings that I need. But it's barely doing any of those big-ass swings over there in that area.
Make the metric whatever is hardest to tinker. You know, I think free space instructions might be the most difficult to tinker metric.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because those track hexes
I
redrawing that loop every
gonna,
single time.
I'm not gonna be tinkering free space. Mr. Puzzle, where's Fugitsuku for the new, for the DLC, please? I need, the track editing tools are gonna be so helpful for free space instructions.
New insult unlocked.
Very suppressible. Next up we have in 59, Julot at 51 area. Not good, but working. Okay, some real appreciation. I love the Rivari's wheel here. And how it just shares a track with Arm 1. It's always amazing to see solves where, like, a wheel shares a track with an arm.
And the Rivari suppresses the input.
Yeah. That does it? Oh, yeah. The other input, yeah. Does it actually river, though? No, I don't think it actually rivers. Unfortunately.
Oh, no, wheels can never be true river. Well, they can. But they would rarely be true rivers.
Yeah. We did see, like, a true wheel river in, like, the mainstream. This one doesn't.
Yeah, like, Arm 1 could go down at, like, at one point, but...
It doesn't, yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it just happens to not, so... No river for us. Hello Jasper would be disappointed.
I mean, we did see the true river in the mainstream, and that was also amazing. Anyway, so notes say feels pretty bad to be honest. So much unused space, and yet the single Quicksilver input is the thing that annoys me the most. I know it could technically go under the wheel, but I would have to 6p it probably. Anyway, still on vacation, so solution is already more than I expected. Alright. Next up in 58, we have Fuyu. Straight lines equals a pain to rotate. Ain't that the truth? I do wonder if this solve can be better if you just mirrored it.
Wait. Would it be better if you... how? Was it to do with the wheels?
It do with proliferation. Because the proliferation ball is in such an awkward spot. It's the kind of thing you have to think about when it comes to proliferation and the the input as well. Is that proliferation is now chiral.
Yay, another chiral glyph. It doesn't turn up too often, thankfully.
Another chiral glyph. The only other one is dispersion, isn't it?
Yeah, well, dispersion is very annoyingly chiral. We were trying to avoid that situation.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think, like, proliferation is annoyingly chiral.
Nah, yeah. I like to think it's not.
Usually because there's only one of it. So there's no like proliferation to proliferation interactions.
Yeah. I actually think it being a big triangle makes its chirality somewhat less annoying.
I guess also it's just because the most relevant like sections of it are also just in a line, so you don't really need to care about it as much.
Yeah.
Because the third point is no, it can be 0 axis. So if you don't think about the third point at all, it's as if it's not chiral.
Well, yeah, exactly, because like that one other point is usually just duplication. So if you're just leaving a metal there and not worrying about changing it, then you're really just input-output glyph.
Are the ones that matter the most usually. Yeah, so that's why.
Speaking of proliferation glyph, I find it real. All the puzzle design's been on my brain a lot for obvious reasons with the journal, but
yeah,
I'm noticing the other metal glyphs that you turn on or leave off, and the inputs and the outputs, they all affect how the proliferation glyph is used.
Yeah.
Like, do you get rejection? Do you get projection? Is there quicksilver in the output? Is there quicksilver given in the input? If not, do you get rejection? Is there Ravari? There are actually like tons of parameters that affect how the proliferation glyph is used, which I think is really cool. Which
I just turn all of them on and being like, I just turn all of them on. Was it like, you know, what happens if I do turn all of them on? And like, can I make a clean puzzle doing that? You know, well, that you have Biomedia now.
Biomedia is cool in how forceful it is to make you use a lot of metal glyphs.
Oh, you don't have to. Look at the area solve. It only uses projection and rejection.
So true. No, but like when you're like solving it casually, like it's really easy for a casual player to stumble into a clean ratio on accident.
Oh yeah. And
which
funnily enough,
really cool
usually through purification, which is the glyph I thought would be most unused.
I actually did ask RP at one point, yeah, do you want to turn that one off? And he's like, no, we'll leave it on. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
If he responded differently, we might have turned it off.
Yeah, that would have been unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if like optimal sum solve uses pure, like it does now, but like I don't know if like the eventual optimal sum solve would use a purification.
I don't think it would. No.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cumbersome glyph and wastes metallicity.
Yeah, but like, you know, it's like the current idea is better waste metallicity than have a waste chain. Because it's more expensive to like preserve metallicity.
It's also faster. And that can matter. That's
and like, you know, purification is one of those glyphs that are easy to use with a hex arm. So
yeah, it's easy to feed it into it with a hex arm.
Which kind of what you all you need to do.
There's a lot. I think Biomedia is going to be a puzzle that continues to be improved for a very long time in the future, because it's going to take us years to find anything resembling the God Solve, I think, because there's just so much to think about.
So many ways to do it, so many ratios. Like, I hope we don't end up with a wasteful solve, but like I think that is very much a possibility.
Oh yeah, triplex is technically chiral.
Yeah, but like there's no base game puzzles that has partial triplex.
No, yeah, it really only, partial triplex is the only situation where it actually does become chiral in a meaningful way. Like ignition chord, you suddenly feel how chiral that glyph is.
Oh, especially like when, you know, we did ignition chord and you can't rotate it. Alright, next up we have in 57, Kukri. Are there aliens in Area 51? With a 51 area solution.
Not 51st place though, so
Unfortunate.
points deducted. You've been banished to tinkering.
I don't have much to tinker with this solve.
I see an equilibrium glyph that can be saved, and I won't tell you which one. So that I can pretend I'm not, like, just making that up. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very savable equilibrium glyph, that one.
Honestly, they're all pretty savable, to be honest.
Thought about the last move, but not very hard. But you did think about the last move. And that's progress.
Yeah. Like, the bonder's in the right position, but, like, you know. The last move is surrounded by a lot of equilibrium, though.
It's more so the second last move that costs. Or actually, I think even before that.
Yeah. Like, second last move is obviously important as well. Like, when it comes to, like, something as big as this. But, like, you know, like, if even your last move doesn't work, like, you don't really have much of, you can't really think about the second and last move if even your last move doesn't work.
The worst thing to run into when you're trying to area optimize is when you've got the last moves all figured out and it's some weird intermediary bit in the middle that you weren't expecting to be the bottleneck, and it ruins your whole layout.
That is the worst when it comes to area. But yeah, like, this has the first step down of, like, how to approach an area solve, in that it, like, thinks about the last move, so it has the bonder in the right position. But then it's, like, missing the next step, which is, like, filling up the last move hexes with necessary glyphs. So, like, you know, stuff like, probably like that. I don't know, like, stuffing this into here. I don't know, moving the input here, maybe. Shit like this.
One thing that's funny about this solve is that I'm pretty sure Van Bella has to move, and when it moves, Rivari has to move with it because they're touching.
Oh yeah, because they're kissing.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to. Because, like, you can, like, just...
Oh wait, does it not? Oh yeah, it doesn't collide if the Rivari.
Yeah, no, if Rivari isn't moving, yeah. Because this isn't, like, the BS swing BS collision only happens when both of them are swinging in the same direction. Yeah. Alright.
Oh.
Next up we have in 56, Dr. Knockers at 50 area saying, I don't like area. That is an interesting input position for sure. Straight in the middle of everything, yeah.
I respect that.
I do as well. It's not a bad position. It's not a bad spot for it, honestly.
It really isn't.
Like, if I made a layout like this, I wouldn't, like, just discount it based on the input position. Sometimes that's just where it gotta be. Just in the middle of everything. Just tempted to show my own example of a solution again. I mean, like, those of you who are here for my tournament remember the amazing solve that is first place for Film Crystal. Where it just had iron in the middle of everything. A single atom input in the middle of the product.
Wasn't it like Shadow Cluster and
Neuchar.
Neuchar, that's it. Yeah. That were the only two.
I mean, Neuchar didn't put it in the hole. I think it was, no, Shadow Cluster didn't put it in the hole.
Neuchar
put it in the hole.
who put it in the hole.
Yeah. Shadow Cluster did some half-axis nonsense.
Yeah, he just did some like fucking or no axis bonder like BS.
He did some was it half-axis or no axis bonder?
I think it was
BS?
half-axis. I think it was actually just half-axis.
And like the god pivot.
That's right. There was an absolutely killer pivot.
Pivot of the week, I
I
would say.
noticed Shadow Cluster is better at like half access Bonder stuff in area than any other area player.
No, I would say his main advantage is finding those god pivots. Like
But
that's what
I
won him
can't
this week
think of
too.
like no other area main uses half access Bonders like nearly as often as he does.
No, I use them when it's necessary. I guess like when I guess when it's necessary is like yeah. So that's like one edge he has over other people as well. But I tend to think he's the person who thinks of like the best large pivots. Because like
I was hearing some grumblings that like you guys didn't even need me around to christen a pivot of the week because it was a really obvious pivot of the week.
Was it the Shadow Cluster one?
Oh, I don't know. Was it?
I can show you it. See what you say. See what you think about it.
I feel like most of the viewers have already seen it. I'll look it up
well,
in my own time.
Here it is. Like, he also has some crazy intermediaries. Look at this shit. That one.
That's... Wait. Alright, that's pretty cooked.
This one. It's a length 4 plus a few swings. That does input suppression simultaneously.
Oh, that's like a 4-1 swing on that final triplexed fire, and that barely doesn't clip.
Mm-hmm. And it does input suppression, so yeah.
That's a nice pivot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we call
Shadow
pivot
Cluster
of the week.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shadow Cluster is in 55th place for area.
We should go back. It's 56th.
Where's my height puzzle, Kaz?
Oh yeah, we've seen this all. Right. Next up we have the 55th. Actual 55th. Falling Healer. What's an area solution again?
Is actually No height is the biggest snub of the tournament.
Did we have height in... Yeah, we did have height in 2023 and 2024. Did we have it in 2025? Oh yeah, it was week 1, yeah. Not in 2022,
We had the height in 2020. Did we?
So we didn't.
Oh, well, we did in 2021.
Oh, we had Heikels, not height.
Close enough. It was min-height solves.
I mean, optimal is like min plus 1 height, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Heikels is a cool metric, actually.
Yeah. The plus 1 was just a giant track river in the plus 1 lane.
I was not a fan of width this year, I gotta say.
Yeah, width is just not exactly an easy metric to get working.
Yeah.
It's too restrictive. I don't know, like, same with height. If like somebody came up with a 2 height puzzle, it's probably just not going to be as interesting. Maybe. I don't know. We haven't had it yet.
Unless it was one of those, unless it's like purified gold HR with insane epsilon problems. It becomes a cooked epsilon race.
If we gave like a 2 height HG, yeah, I can't see that being very interesting much either.
Yeah, I reckon for the first, I reckon maybe like a wider width puzzle might have had enough legs for a tournament.
Yeah, but like HC at 2 height. Oh, the stream
HR should be done at a tournament at some point. I'd like to see that metric in a tournament.
Yikes! The stream died. Is it working for you? Are we back?
Hello? that you dropping out?
Let me see. Yeah, the Discord. Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you. There was like a brief period of time where I couldn't hear. All right, yeah, I think your stream's back.
Okay, stream is back. Yeah, it dropped out. My internet probably cut out for a moment, but we're back. At least the recording was still going. And what we're talking about, like, yeah, a width metric with like wider width would probably have been better, and like make the secondary cycles, or like some speed
Look,
metric.
the same thing happened when I ran Am-Arms. All of the newer players went, "This is awesome." All of the top players went, "This is shit." And as a tournament organizer, I consider that a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with all due respect to the newer players, that is a bad metric. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I get it. It's fun at a certain level, but it needs to be fun at all levels, or it's just not it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like kind of how the width cost metric went as well. Like, just in the end, it was all kind of just similar. It's just how well can you waist shuffle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, heights width cycles might have been better. But like, you know, just in the future, if you want to make a width puzzle, don't make it like just make it wider. Give a bit more space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a wide width puzzle with like a lot of room for secondary optimization. Like a lot like your height cycles puzzles.
So like width shouldn't be the hard. It's like height, width shouldn't be the like the
it shouldn't be
part.
a metric. It should be more of a restriction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how most of the height puzzles are like too. So it makes sense that you know a puzzle like that would be better. I have been receiving a width puzzle in the weeklies, but like it just suffers from kind of the same issues. I need to get back to the bookworm on that. But yeah. Next up, we have in 54th, Executive Triple 8. No equilibrium, so I have no idea what the solve is doing, but it looks very disjointed, not very reusing the area. It doesn't look like it's reusing much of the area. Everything is just in their own separate quadrant almost.
Oh, there's actually not that much movement in this solve. Like the movement that is there, it's all like pivoted.
Yeah.
Clips a few extra hexes.
They're like small movement. Yeah, it is, but like it's just unfortunate that all of that movement is over uncovered hexes. They're just all new hexes.
Yeah, I think Roshambanite Bestagon would have been another example of this.
I mean, it went pretty well. It was like there were like, it's like I would say enough space that there was like sort of barely enough depth to it.
You know what would have been my ideal Bestagon tournament puzzle?
Yeah.
Induction foil.
I was just thinking that.
It is one of the new journal puzzles. It's the fuck off huge one.
Yeah, it's the.
I figured it out. It is just barely impossible in 5B, so it needs to be at least that one. That would have been my Bestagon tournament puzzle.
For anyone curious, this is 5B. Yes, I had to do it in classification. It's barely not possible because you can't fit in.
That's 4B.
Oh no, I'm including the in the.
Oh, sorry, including calcification. Yeah.
Because the problem is you can't fit Rivari and the input and like also build. Output. Rivari and the output and build the output at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, you can eventually get Rivari and proliferation, and it involves an ugly fucking track that cuts through the middle of the Bestagon. and
But
really
like,
restricts where you put your
even
bonders.
without
And
that, can you build just this with like given gold and air?
even without that, it's actually just like I'm actually like not sure how you'd construct that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible, but like just yeah.
To answer Crazy Bot's remark, that one idea I had with the bonders was a complete non-starter, and I'm pretty sure there simply are no, like, I think that just disproved those bonder placements, and there are no better bonder placements. So
Yeah.
that's not a full, like, that's not a formally accepted proof, but in my head that's a good enough proof. So in my head it's impossible.
Let me look at inductive foil and like I don't know, check out the current area solves. The way the area solve does it is kind of just pushes the product like from small to big. I mean, this is barely an area solve.
And that's how you get min +1 in a tournament. I mean, it's happened to me in years past, but I'm pretty confident 5B is impossible. You're welcome to prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have in 53rd.
Yeah, I know, I've never been wrong. No.
So your Sky. This one has a bit more reuse of the final necessary bonds. They're the final necessary hexes for the final slide. They're all tracks though.
In fact, you know what? If induction foil 5B is possible, I will eat 20 tissues.
Oh boy, you heard it here, folks. Do you want to specify no overlap shenanigans?
No, yeah, no overlap, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Clip it and ship it. Somebody clip that. We're on Twitch, you can do that. But yeah, this solve, I just like most of the recent solves are just like, this one reuses the area for like the last, that's necessary for the last slide, but like other than the bonder, it's all just track, which is not necessary hexes. It's got some neat input suppression with the Burlow though, I like that. Alright. In 52nd, we have at also 49 area. We have, what is the username? A lot of these are just simple, just get the solution working while being mildly area conscious as well though. Like this one is very evidently get the solution working while being mildly area conscious, and it made 52nd, which is like pretty impressive for like what kind of just looks like a new solution one.
Yeah. In fact, really the only extra swing space here is purely the lead pivot. It's all just the lead pivot.
Mm-hmm. Somebody says in the Discord, no, I'll do it for 22 though.
Take it or leave it.
Alright, last but not least, we have in 51st, 42 Genius 42. I feel like this isn't the first time 42 Genius 42 has been in 51st.
51 Genius 51.
This does look like a motorcycle. Look at it. Actually, you know what'll make it look even more like a motorcycle?
Bellow Spinny.
Now, will this solve? I don't know. But it's funny. What do you mean instruction errors must be fixed? Go away. Go away. Oh god, this is 6p. I'll just let it run.
It'll crash before the
Oh, well,
it'll crash before the wheel stops spinning anyway.
Wait, actually?
Oh, they do actually spin at the end.
Forty-two Genius 42 was ahead of us. Anyways, the note saying, hopefully so-so for area. Sacrifice tertiary for the end since I had a 6T anyways. I refuse to do non-practice instructions, grab instructions. Spoilers, it's 1. But I'm buggered if I'm making it. This will get 2 points for that metric anyways. There we go. Look at it. Look at it go. It stopped. It's attempting to solve it now. But with the input suppressor, that's not actually doing anything. Oh, and arm 2 was halted, so arm 1 is gonna forever be grabbing at nothing. That's one way to keep your solution looping. Alright. This is where we'll be ending the streams.
That's the last appreciation stream.
Okay, I just want to do this again though. It's too funny. But yeah. Thank you all for joining me on all these appreciation streams. It's been a fun time having you all here.
I've been liking these, like this separation between the chill appreciation streams and the locked-in main streams.
And yeah, thank you for being here, Zorflax, for accompanying me for this most of these appreciation streams. It's nice to just sit here and chat with you, and talk about solutions and talk about stuff that isn't the solutions while we look at the solutions.
And then talk about different solutions to different puzzles. No, I think it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me. And maybe now I'll finally be able to fix my sleep schedule.
Finally. Yeah, but we will be seeing you all. Well, you all will be seeing me next week on... No, I won't be there on next week on the mainstream. No, it's my girlfriend's and I anniversary and we're spending time together.
Aw.
Yeah,
nice.
So you all will be... This is what we're gonna do together. Which, yeah. Other than that...
maybe I'll pop in.
Yeah, that would be fun. We got to talk about the overlap cost solutions. But yeah, which means the next time you'll be seeing me on stream is probably the weeklies, which we don't have a certain date for it yet, but it's going to start somewhere in mid-June and is going to go for at least 6 weeks. More detailed information will come closer to the deadline, probably, I don't know, a few weeks after. Maybe when the journal ends. When the journal ends is probably when we'll announce the plans for the new weeklies. Cause I guess when the journal ends and we sort through all the influx of puzzles we're getting from Zorflax.
I mean, the next time you'll see me is either next week on the final tournament stream, or a couple of weeks after that when I'm finally able to record Dwarven Firewine with RPO.
Oh yeah, the production puzzle. I think it's the one where like it was like conduit phasing or bust. Yeah. So we'll be seeing y'all then. In the meantime, thank you all for coming.
Bye.